Okay, guys, you receive the pre-fight instruction. Protect yourself and obey my commands, okay? Let's do it.
There's not much better than the moments right before the opening.
Pacquiao with affectionate final hugs for his trainer Freddie Roach, his physical conditioner Alex Ariza. The bell rings for round one. Will the magical life of Manny Pacquiao Pacquiao's left hand was blocked by Clottey's gloves. Clottey is not throwing. He's really only thrown particularly as a defender. So how could it be an easy fight?
It can't. You're right. And the best thing that Manny can do is try to catch Clottey when he punches. That's when he's most vulnerable. Not right now.
But already you
saw Manny's head, which means it's very easy for him to shoot short, direct punches.
Pacquiao has landed 2 punches on Clottey's belt line, and referee Rafael Ramos has let them both go.
These straight shots he's shooting up the middle.
It may not, but as going down the stretch, I think the fight's going to be a very tight fight, I think. And right now, the fight is going more to Clottey's planning, I think, than Manny.
He's preparing to win a decision because unless I'm totally out to lunch here, and barring a big change, he'll exit this round up 2 rounds to nothing on the scorecards. There's a combination for Pacquiao, and he manages to rip a left through the guard. Clottey pretends to wobble.
Usually a sign that...
And Pacquiao...
Here you see Clottey blocking some shots, and then I think he's going to do his little jig, imitating as if he was hurt. But I think it's part of him getting more relaxed with the situation now. He's doing what he's saying. You got to remember to keep just doing what he's doing, just out-punching this guy. Don't go for a knockout.
Yeah, what Clottey has not been able to do is to stop Pacquiao from throwing so many punches. And he thought maybe he could. Perhaps Emmanuel, but he threw 27 and landed 5 in the last round. But Manny threw 96.
I said Manny's winning the fight, but I'm saying the clean, effective punches are still, to me, coming from Clottey. There are not enough of them. I just got to work this guy and try to win this decision and not get frustrated.
Clottey is doing exactly.
Here you see, which may be typical of Clottey's effective punches. They're little simple, little straight little shots that he's landing, but the problem is he's not throwing enough of them. But his punches are very effective.
Manny Pacquiao keeps stepping around the guy and whacking him in the ribs and piling up points. Forget the fact that he's breaking him down to the body. I mean, he's, just keeps banging him in the ribs, banging him in his watch. You see, he'll step right there and see.
Cotto fights combined, I think. And Cotto had some success early.
Yes, he did. Most people gave Cotto a couple of rounds. Harold, what was Rafael dealing with there?
Jim, you can't hit the guy with 2 hands. Manny Pacquiao threw 2 hands at once.
Here we go. Clottey backed into a corner and for a moment was inert as Manny banged him.
In recent years, by hitting them with punches they didn't see coming from awkward angles. And Clottey, because he's paying so much attention to his defense, is not getting hit with those punches.
Clottey scored with a good left hand.
Here we see I guess the referee called infraction rule when he like clapped his head between both heads, something I've never saw did before.
Career in Ghana, Godwin Clottey to come here and handle him for this fight. But the United States Immigration Department did not allow a visa for Clottey. And that left Clottey.
Logically could be a problem with him, but I was understanding that he was going back and forth between the trainers recently anyway, even before this guy was.
Well, he didn't want the trainer who trained him in New York for the Cotto fight. He wanted Godwin Clottey, who had worked with him, and doesn't let his hands go. He's giving the fight away. Yeah, he has no chance.
If he punches himself, he may get caught, so that's his safety factor.
Let's take a look at a punch zone graphic which will show you where Manny Pacquiao is landing his punches through 5 rounds. And look at the body shots. 41 out of his 84 landed. In the last 30 years, there have been 3 star fighters from Ghana. The very great Azuma Nelson fought to win in every fight.
Except when he stepped up against the best guy.
But he knew he was fighting Manny Pacquiao.
When he steps up in class, he loses.
And what we all knew is that he would have to be someone he's not to win. We're asking him. And yet Clottey is landing.
Yep, lands both of those right hands. Lands that combination. But now here comes Manny. He gets tired, that's an event. And once again, in the round, Pacquiao is going to throw close to 100 punches, 90.
He's scared. I mean, he doesn't want to open up. Lenny DeJesus is begging him, open up, punch. He won't do it. And he won't
just
do
opened
it.
up
Wait
there,
a minute,
Harold.
Max. Everybody said he was the bigger guy, the stronger guy. He opens up once in a while.
Clottey's not known for a high output in the first place. And now he's facing a guy who can punch and who's throwing 100 punches around and stepping around him and boxing him beautifully.
12 rounds. Oscar took risks in the 12th round and knocked him down.
And everything you're saying, guys, is right. But I see a mouse on Manny Pacquiao's right eye. I've seen him hit here in this.
Pacquiao's defense and ring generalship have been good too.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've been watching his defense.
Stayed off the ropes.
Yep. Very good defense.
100 punches thrown per round against a guy who's bigger and stronger. Manny Pacquiao is amazing. It's as simple as that.
I guess that's
in the national legislature of the Philippines on March 26th. And if he's elected, he enters the legislature as a representative in July.
Talent is not exactly an A+ talent fighter. He's not the fastest guy in the world. He's not the biggest puncher.
More like an A- talent fighter.
Yes.
Throw back, bang, keep coming.
When Pacquiao starts doing this, now I tend to agree, Clottey has to do something to keep him off.
No. He isn't.
Mind to play some defense and try to pick his shots when he could.
Right.
Hard shots.
But
now we're into the point of the fight. Now we're in the 9th round. He's lost every round. He's starting to get tagged more cleanly and more frequent.
There you go. Best attack of the night by Joshua Clottey.
But Manny's doing the Clottey on him. He's
covering up.
Blocking those shots.
Yep. What an amazing comp.
Hang out. Even if you get knocked out, at least go out fighting.
Tough fight to score, Harold.
The only thing tough about this fight is you wonder if you should give Manny Pacquiao a 10-8 round. He's winning these rounds so big. That's the only tough.
Hard or through it. And Clottey throws one punch at a time, as he's done all night long. Our Max Kellerman winds up in the Pacquiao corner with training Lenny DeJesus. Max, take it away.
Lenny DeJesus.
Simple as that.
Thanks, Lenny.
Fascinating. 2 years ago, Pacquiao was fighting at 135. Now Lenny believes that Clottey...
He's such a drastic change after being with a fighter like Tommy Hearns. When you tell him sometimes to play it safe, he says, no, I've got to go out and fight. I mean, it's really frustrating. Like that. He wasn't going to land the clean punches or the knockout. He said, let me just start putting these, they're like putting money in the bank, start building up. And that's what I thought he should do, and he's doing a great job.
And I'll tell you what, Emmanuel.
Jesus exhorted him to take chances. He tried to kind of take a chance in his way early in the round and then got discouraged and went back to who he is.
That's the competitor in his
right. And Clottey, it doesn't have that in him. That's the difference.
Oh, what a display. What an amazing display by...
I don't see which one. I don't see which sympathy round you could give to
I
Clottey.
agree.
It's a shutout.
Let's see who closes the show.
Clottey's never been knocked out.
Manny landed 36 punches in the 11th round. His high like each other. You know, Clottey wasn't able to generate any animosity toward Pacquiao if it would have helped him.
It wouldn't have made any difference.
We do know that Clottey is a top welterweight.
Well,
In Mosley's mind, he's probably thinking, I'll trade with him. Let's see if he's as hard a puncher as I am.
well, that is the fight, even though it doesn't have the marquee value, that is the fight that would be the best fight that could be made, would be Shane Mosley.
Down the stretch they come. It looks as though Manny Pacquiao's spectacular winning streak continues as he hammers Joshua Clottey to the finish. 120 to 108. That is an honest scorecard and a fair reflection of the fight.
Manny Pacman.